Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just finished watching The Traitors. This is not going to be an actual review. I'll have that up probably tomorrow. But I just finished watching, and I just wanted to tap on the episode just for a quick second. This will have some spoilers, so if you're not ready to hear what happened, I will put the timestamp in the what is it called, in the description box, so you can just skip to the next topic. But anyways, so let me say something, baby, baby. I'm not mad at Rob for what he did. I'm not, because the fact of the matter is, I didn't realize that the game is pretty much like almost over. I think we have like a few weeks, like what, about 4 weeks left before the game is over. So we're more than halfway. At the halfway point. So I'm not mad at Rob for voting for Lisa. The heat was on Lisa. I felt bad for Lisa. I didn't start watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as full seasons until season 10, basically. Girl, when the Black Girl came, when Garcelle came on. Um, this is the first time I can honestly say, even on the show, I felt like when Lisa got voted off and Lisa was in her confessional crying, I felt like that was the real Lisa Rinna. I don't think I've ever seen like Lisa be that vulnerable and me not think that Lisa is putting on like I'm in housewife mode. That was, I don't know. I just felt like that. I was like, oh my God, like I felt like that was the real her. And then it was just sad. I was like, oh, Lisa is gone. I love Lisa Rinna. She was one of my faves on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Um, Colton is so fine. But when I tell that nigga it's crazy, girl, Colton is nuts. Even when you look, even the faces that Colton makes, he gives nuts. Colton gives me like he would be the killer on like a Lifetime movie. Like that's what Colton gives me. Just look at the his facial expressions. Just look at, just like, I don't know. He just gives me like nuts. Like, girl, like, and I don't know. I don't know if he really gives me nuts because I know what is attached to his name with the stalking, harassing, all that mess that happened, down to the bachelor. um, that could, but I don't know. I just feel like he gives, because when I look at other, I don't know, when I look at, like, he just gives me nuts. Like, he just get his eyes just give me psychotic in a way. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know, but Colton gives me nuts, but he fine as hell. Rob, he fine as hell too. I ain't gonna lie, not fine as hell. Colton actually, anyways, I ain't gonna go down that road. But Rob has that deep voice, country, tattoos, chill, laid back. I think it's more of Rob's vibe. And then I'm gonna say something that's gonna be problematic, but I also think too with the gays. The gays love a straight man. Girl, no shade. Shout out to my sisters, but they love a straight man, right? So I think that's a part of the reason why they love Rob too, is because he's straight. He has that mask. The girls the girls don't like other butch queens and queens. Well, I do. I live for a queen or a butch queen. But they love a mask for mask set. Rob got the tattoos, laid back type of vibe. So I get why people are into Rob, but he fine, but he ain't what y'all be trying to hype him up to be, girl. But um, it was a good episode. It was a good episode. I felt bad for Lisa getting voted out. I'm not mad. When I say I'm not mad, at first I was like, ooh, Candace, girl. Like when I say like when I tell you I gagged, I literally picked up the phone and called my sister, and I knew that bitch was probably asleep because she gotta go to work in the morning. Here I go, girl. You gotta, man, because she called me. She called me earlier because she didn't know about the Traitors. I was like, girl, you need to watch the Traitors. It's actually really, really good. So she watched the episodes that had already premiered like last week. So, anyways, she had called me earlier and she was like, have you watched the Traitors? I was like, no, I haven't watched it yet. She was like, you need to watch it. She was like, Candace, she doing too much. I was like, oh my God, she got voted out. She was like, she was like, unless you want me to tell you. I was like, no, don't tell me. But she feels like Candace was doing too much. I will say that Candace was like, I don't know if she was going hard for Lisa and they just showed her having the conversations because it could have been other people too. But it did appear like at one point I was like, Candace, you need to pull back on Lisa because even though I'm not mad at Rob, for because at this point it's kind of like the bitch is gone. So I might as well just hop on board. I'm not mad at it. Um, we'll talk more about the episode in the actual review. I'll tell you what Rob had me fucked up. Because Rob, don't ever play in my girl face. How the fuck I'm gonna go ahead and say it. How the fuck you gonna walk around here? Girl, you done turned on a traitor twice. Girl, back to back, nigga. And then you gonna have the nerve to have an attitude because Candace threw your name on a motherfucking chalkboard? Bitch, you just gave a motherfucking State of the Union address, nigga. And you got the nerve to have an attitude because Candace just threw your name down on a motherfucking chalkboard. Bitch, what makes you think she can trust you? At this point, bitch made a best bitch win. Okay? Bitch, I don't trust you. Bitch, if I go down, bitch, we all going down. Okay, burn this motherfucker to the ground. Anyways, but we'll I get a little, I'm a little dramatic in my delivery sometimes. But yeah, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But I'm not mad at Candace for writing down Rob's name at that table. I'm not. Um, but yeah, I'll get more into my explanation of why I'm not mad at Candace, why Rob, of course, well, I guess I kind of told you why Rob got on my nerves, but you know, Rob finally started playing the game to me with Lisa. Because before, girl, Rob just been coasting through the game. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I think a lot of the people just were on to Rob because Rob looks good. He has a six pack. He has a deep voice. But to me, Rob will be one of those people that if he won the game, it wouldn't be because oh my god, he just played this. He just played this marvelous game. Girl, Rob coasted by at least half of the season. Girl, he sat back. He just agreed with people. And if that, and let me say this, I've said this before too about the Traitors. How you win, not even just the Traitors, Big Brother, Survivor, whatever. If you win, you win. It doesn't matter if you got there, you lied, killed, stole, whatever. The winner is the winner. Whether they coasted to the end, whether they played a hard game. If Colton wins, he wins. If Candace wins, she wins. If Rob wins, she okay. If Rob wins, he wins. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day how they won because they still won the game. But I'm also not going to sit here and pretend that Rob had just been playing this stellar game. No, no. If he been playing a stellar game, then the other motherfuckers been playing stellar games as faithfuls. Okay, and we know they just voted out Michael the other day just because hell he got on their fucking nerves. Girl, y'all not even trying to find the traitor. Y'all just voting motherfuckers out because girl, they irk you. Girl, ain't y'all supposed to be finding the traitors? Y'all worried about motherfuckers getting into it and who get on your nerves? No. Anyways. I love the Traitors. And I'm glad that Candace, I'm glad this was a bold move from Candace. Yeah, we'll talk. We're gonna talk more about it tomorrow because I gotta watch the episode and take some notes. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Oh, Sha'Carri. So this is according to NBCnews.com. So Olympian Sha'Carri Richardson arrested on charge of speeding over 100 miles per hour in Florida. So the 25-year-old sprinter was arrested and booked in Orange County on a charge of dangerous excessive speeding at 100 miles per hour or more. You know what's so crazy? Girl, when I first saw Orange County earlier, I thought they meant Orange County, um, like the Real Housewives of Orange County. And I was thinking, bitch, why is Sha'Carri, why is that girl up in Orange County? I ain't never seen no nigga in Orange County. Here she come, girl, with tattoos, girl, 25-inch nails and braids. Girl speeding with the white folk, knowing her black ass is gonna get pulled over. But no, she was in Florida. I mean, that don't make it no better, but still. Anyways, so Sha'Carri Richardson, an Olympic gold medalist and one of the world's fastest women on the track, was arrested Thursday in Florida and accused of driving over 100 miles per hour, according to jail booking records. Richardson, 25, was arrested and booked and to the Orange County Jail on a charge of dangerous, excessive speeding at 100 miles per hour or more, records showed. U.S. A track and field and a representative for Richardson did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Richardson is a titan in the arena, having won a silver in the 100 meters and a gold in the 4x100 meter relay. Did I tell y'all back in the day I used to run track? Yes, I used to win the 400, the 4x1, the 100, and the 200. Yes. In August, she was arrested on allegations that she assaulted her boyfriend. She later issued an apology on social media. The incident report indicated that Richard's boyfriend, why they put Richards? Her name is Richardson. I thought it was Richardson. Girl, why y'all put Richards? That's not even her name. Anyways, the incident reported indicated that Richard's boyfriend, Christian Coleman, did not want to press charges. In 2021, she was suspended for a month after she tested positive for THC, the active chemical in cannabis, at the 2021 U.S. Olympic trials. Girl, that's pretty much it, girl. Florida's super speeder law, which took effective July the 1st, makes it illegal to drive 50 miles per hour over the speed limit or over 100 miles per hour. A first conviction carries a prison term of up to 30 days or a fine up to $500. A second or a subsequent conviction is punishable by 90 days in prison or a fine of $1,000. Furthermore, a second conviction within 5 years will lead to revoked driving privileges, for at least 180 days. Girl, get your ass up out of Florida. Sha'Carri, I don't know what's. I mean, she's young. I mean, she's only 25. Not to make excuses. She's only 25. But girl, they say you out here beating. Girl, no shade, girl. Ooh, girl, I'm not trying to be funny, but Sha'Carri, girl, they say one, girl, we saw the video footage, so we're not gonna sit here and say they say. Girl, we saw you when you damn near shoved your boyfriend girl, out of that airport into the street. I said, God damn, she's strong. Remember, she gave him a little nudge with her shoulder. I said, oh baby, Sha'Carri, she's the type you gotta square up with her, baby. Bitch, you gotta put your Timberland boots on and get some Vaseline, baby. Cause Sha'Carri, she look like she a little strong. Bitch. So girl, they say you break the law when you're speeding, you're over here whooping niggas' asses. Anyways, hopefully Sha'Carri can get it together. I wonder what kind of car she was driving. Cause sometimes, I mean, I know not all the time, but sometimes when people drive cars that are known for like speed, like sometimes they just want to test it, right? Anyways, I mean, I'm glad nobody was hurt, nobody was killed. Um, Sha'Carri, we just need you to get it together, baby. Like I said, she's young, but it's a difference. It's a difference when you get arrested. It will make NBCnews.com in comparison to other people. It might not make the news. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. All right, y'all, so listen to this. This is according to the Jasmine brand. So, Southwest Airlines ends open seating after 50 years. Flyers will have to now pay for some seats. So, Southwest Airlines officially is ending one of the most recognizable and chaotic traditions. After more than 5 decades of letting passengers grab any open seat they want, the airline has rolled out assigned seating, marking a major shift for flyers who built entire boarding strategies around checking in on time. The airline's infamous open seating system, which relied on passengers lining up in A, B, and C groups or hustling down the aisle, is now history. Moving forward, travelers will be given specific seat assignments when they check in, eliminating the mad dash for window and aisle seats and the tension that often came with it. But the change doesn't come without a price tag. Passengers who want seats with extra legroom or spots closer to the front of the plane will now have to pay up, a move that brings Southwest closer in line with its competitors and away from its once a simple no frills reputation. The boarding process is also getting a makeover. Instead of lettered groups, Southwest is switching up to numbered boarding groups tied to fare type, loyalty status, and purchased upgrades, making boarding more structured and far less spontaneous. The timing hasn't gone unnoticed. by longtime customers, many whom feel the airline is slowly shedding the policies that once that made it feel different. With free check bags already eliminated and more fees creeping in, some flyers say Southwest is starting to look like the airline it wants to depart from. Still, for better or for worse, the free for all era is officially over, and while some travelers are celebrating the end of gate side chaos, others are mourning the loss of a system that rewarded speed, strategy, and a little bit of nerve. Let me just say this: I'm not a big Southwest flyer. Um, the only time I really would just use Southwest is like if I was going to like DC, New York, somewhere cold when it's cold, and because I'm a coat and jacket type of boy, and you could bring two, you could check in two pieces of luggage, and then you could also bring your carry on if you wanted that, and then I think a personal item too. So that was one of my reasons because it would always work out cheaper for me to just fly Southwest due to the baggage at least appearing to be free when you bought your ticket. Um, but girl, can we say something? I think the last time, when did I fly? I flew Southwest. I knew it. I know. Oh, girl, it's been a minute. I flew Southwest. I think right before. Was it when I went? No, because I flew out of. I think I flew out of Bush when I went to BravoCon. Maybe it was the year before last when I went to Bravo. No, because I think I flew out of Bravo. I think I flew out of Bush too. It was one time I flew out of Southwest because I had a credit and I was trying to hurry up and use the credit before they implemented this new you have to pay for your bags. I don't know where I went, but it had to be before. I know it was before they started the whole you got to pay for your bags because I was like, girl, let me go ahead and use this credit because I ain't fucking with Southwest no more. Because I barely fly y'all now. Anyways, Southwest. One of the things that I maybe people overlook this. I used to be a Spirit girl. I ain't nothing wrong with Spirit. I haven't flown Spirit in some years, but I was a Spirit girl. I didn't have no problems with Spirit. I never had issues the way that people used to say they had issues with Spirit. I never had those. I think I had one experience where it was weather related. Like we were here at the airport, and I remember them saying like the flight was going to be pushed back like 2 or 3 hours, but it was because of the weather. I think I was going to Vegas. Something with the weather, and I was like, okay, girl, whatever. But other than that, I've never really had the issues when people are like, I see the videos, so I know they're for some people they're real. When people will be stranded for hours and days at a time. I do believe what happened with some of the people. I think some people just saw the negative reviews and then they just lashed onto it like, "Ooh, I'm not flying Spirit," even though you've never flown Spirit, and you've never had that negative experience. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you did, you probably just didn't follow the rules. Like remember when Spirit first came out, when you if you because Spirit is one of those things where you got to make sure you got all your shit, your T's crossed and your I's dotted. Where like if you got to the airport, I think they would charge you to even print out your what is it called boarding pass. So it was for those who haven't flown Spirit, that's how it used to be. Now they have the app where you can just do it like everybody else. But at one point, like you had to pay for I think even to print out your boarding pass, or if your bag was too big, they would be real strict on bags. But to me, I just felt like you would be one of those people who thought you could get away with it, and then they gagged you. Okay, maybe they gagged you. You know what I'm saying? And then you were like, "Girl, what the fuck?" But I never had issues with Spirit. Like, not that I don't think I ever did. I don't know how we got into Spirit. Well, I know how we got into Spirit. So this is my thing. Girl, the way that Southwest acts, baby, y'all would think that Southwest would thought that they were Delta. Cause the times that I've flown Southwest, bitch, y'all seats be uncomfortable as fuck. Okay? Bitch, a bitch back be hurting. I don't remember y'all having no outlets. Your phone damn near be dead. If you don't charge your phone by the time you get on the Southwest airplane, Southwest flight, baby, you will be fucked. I don't remember the times I've flown Southwest. I don't ever remember having a place where I could charge my phone. Seats be uncomfortable. That's why when people be like Southwest, 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 girl, you probably are a cheerleader for Southwest because your bags get there for free. But other than that, the experience on the plane, okay, yeah, you get some free water, some a little free Coke, some little pretzels, because Spirit gonna starve you. You don't swipe your card, bitch, you ain't gonna drink, you ain't gonna get no pretzels, bitch. You're gonna be sitting there with a dry ass throat until you make it to your destination. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. I mean, clearly, I'm assuming that they have done the research and they know what they're doing. They're making these decisions. I just feel like, you know what, I hope this is gonna sound so fucked up. I hope that the decisions that they're making just really fuck up the company. And girl, they fire whoever made the decisions and go back to their old ass ways. Because girl, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Girl, y'all seats uncomfortable. Y'all ain't got no motherfucking outlets on y'all plane. And y'all charging a bitch for a bag. Girl, please. Now, and a bitch got to pay for their seats. Girl, you might as well go ahead and fly Spirit at this point. Hello? Because one thing I will say, one thing about it, two things for sure, three things for certain. Bitch, I ain't never heard of no bitch flying on no window on no Spirit Air flight. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Spirit, but every time you look up, baby, Spirit get up in the air and they land. Okay? I can't say the same for United. I can't say the same for Delta. I can't say the same for Southwest. I can't say the same. Because every time I look up, somebody either talking about they face some racial girl. Now your flight might be canceled, but bitch, would you rather remember that lady flew out that window on us? I think it was Southwest. I think it was Southwest. Would you rather your flight? Would you rather be on the ground and your flight be delayed for a day or two, or your black ass fly out a motherfucking window? Okay, I think I know the answer, and I think you do too. Bitch, girl, that'll be a mess. Anyways, I mean, shout out to Southwest. Shout out to those who fly Southwest. Are you still going to frequent that airline? I'm more of a United girl now. Um, really and truly, girl, it's really whoever got the cheapest ticket. But I'm more of a United girly now because I like to get my points. Points. When I tell you points make the go. When I tell you points of life, oh girl, when I tell you I love points. So yeah, that's why I'm more so like focused on like just flying United because my points. And like when you gather those points, girl, you can really like the way they can convert. I don't know how they do it, but the way they convert from like you might see a flight for one price, and then like the points, you might think you might not have enough points to cover it, and girl, you have enough points to cover your flight. You be like, what the fuck? Because sometimes they have those Saver Award flights where they like reduce the points that you may have needed. They reduce the points down. Anyways, girl, the girls who know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm still learning about it, so I really can't go deep into like girl teaching no class. But anyways, all right, y'all, I'm gone. I will have the Traitors review up to tomorrow, and yeah, we're gonna talk and laugh and kiki and giggle. I wish Colton wasn't crazy. Girl, I wish Colton wasn't crazy. Oh, crazy psychotic motherfucker. And fuck Rob too with his fine ass.